Hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Hello, everyone. Wait a few moments, as always, for everyone to join in. It's been a while since I've hung out with everybody, and I am itching to get back to do a live video. So today is the day. Hello, everyone. Hello out there. Say hello when you enter in so that I know that you're here. Hello, Lisa. Hello, Cherie. Hello, Ash. Hi, everyone. Welcome. So today we are going to be making a really fun birthday card. I need a birthday card for a little one. Yes, Lisa, what is your question before we get started? Hello, Christine. Hello, Paul. Hello, Penny. Hi, everybody. Lisa, yes, the aqua pigments, there's a couple of different sets on the website, and luckily Penny is here with us, and I'm sure she is already pulling up the bundles. There's a couple of aqua pigment bundles available. The aqua pigments, is that what you're asking about? I think so. All right, so let's head down to the table since quite a few of you have arrived, and let's zoom in here a little bit because we're really zoomed out and we want to be zoomed in a little bit more. My desk is a little messy because I've been making stuff all day, but let's talk about what we're making today. So I need to make a birthday card for a little one, and I thought that this stamp set would be absolutely perfect. So this stamp set is the Wild and Free stamp set. So I love this sentiment in the center. It says, I hope your birthday is wild. And I thought it would be really cool for us to use some of these leaves possibly with it. I have the card in my mind, but I don't have the card completed in my mind yet. So I think I know what I'm gonna do, but we're gonna kind of do it together. So I have this Jungle Leaves die set, which is so perfect to use with these different with this release. Then we have the Wild and Free stamp set. I'm definitely going to use some of our sequin sheets with these leaves. The sequin sheets, we don't really talk about them enough, but as you can see just from the lighting here, they are an incredible product and they die cut like a dream. We are also going to use the Summer Safari paper pad. I'm obsessed with this paper pad. I hope y'all are obsessed with this just like I am. It is, so this is one that doesn't have the backing on it yet. The older ones don't have everything on the back yet, but I can show you just these patterns in here are just so cool. They remind me of the Golden Girls. Like every single piece of furniture and wallpaper in the Golden Girls house was this. And then I'm using the die set, the coordinating die set. So my coordinating die set, this is how I get my samples. So this is, or these are the way that they will come to you inside of the package if you order both. But mine, this is how I get my samples. So this is mine. Hello, my beautiful Dion. I've been doing a lot of behind the scenes stuff. We have a massive release coming out tomorrow that's all about fairies and fairy tales. And then June 1st, we have a ginormous release coming out all about Wizard of Oz. So I've been doing a lot behind the scenes. So now I'm back and I'm with you. So I hope you'll have me back, all right? Then we have the icicle embossing powder we're going to use today because we're going to do a little bit of ink relief. And then we have the embossing ink that we're going to use because we're going to use that for the ink relief as well. And then, of course, my Misty and my stick and stamp mat in there. I have missed you too. I really do. Very, very soon, I will be able to go live at home. So I'll start going live at night again. So I hope you all will join me in the evening when I go live. I'm just trying to grab some perfect blend paper, so bear with me one moment. I think I found some. Nope, I did not. That's the one thing I didn't have queued up. So just bear with me one moment while I find some perfect blend paper. Yes, thank you for the thumbs up. Thank you, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Oh, and also on the website, just so you all are aware, our Color Companion mini slim envelopes have been re-added. So these are the, this is the Cornfield, the, I think, Summer Sunset, Lunch Bag, and Alabaster, and they are only $4.99 right now. So we're at a sell-through status with those. All right, so all I can find is my large size of the Perfect Blend cardstock, which is fine. We'll just cut it down. I just really like using the already pre-cut pieces because it makes my life so much easier if I don't need a large piece. But we'll just go ahead and we will cut this down. So I'm going to cut this down. Let me move my things to the side here so everybody can see. We're going to cut this down. We're just going to cut it in half. Okay. So it's going to be 8.5 by 5.5. Okay, and then I'm gonna pop this into my MISTI here. I can take off my, yes. Well, wait until you all see that release tomorrow. Oh my goodness, it's so good. I'm just gonna pop this in, stick it to my stick and stamp map, and we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna stamp because we're gonna do some ink blending on this. And I'm gonna show you, it's called the Relief ink blending. I'm going to take my stamp here, pull it off the backer. I love this stamp because it's open in the middle. So if you want to stamp something else on the inside, you can absolutely do that if you'd like. So I'm just going to pop this right in the center and pick this up. You get all my, I have a giant desk. You wouldn't believe that I have a giant desk because there's so much. The image is blurry. It might be because I'm zoomed in so much. Let's see if I could turn down. I apologize. I think it's because I'm zoomed in so much. Okay, perfect. Thank you, Penny. I'm not sure if Darren, or it might be because it's sold out. It's a little blurry. Okay, I'll have to figure out this camera. It's a new camera, and I think it's because it's zoomed in so much. That's why it's blurry. So I apologize. Are you able to still kind of see? Is it terrible, or can you still kind of see? So I'm just using my Brutus Monroe embossing ink. And we're going to hit it one more time just for good measure. Okay. I was going to say, can you at least a little bit, kind of see a little bit? All right. So now I think that is enough. So I'm just going to peel this off of my stick and stamp mat. Super easy. Okay. And I'm going to set this to the side. And then I am going to grab, you're not going to be able to see anything. You're not going to be able to see a single thing right now because it is white on white. But I promise you, in a moment, once I start blending, you will be able to see it. Just going to grab a piece of scrap paper. All right. And I'm going to take, so you can kind of see it there. See that kind of there? And then I'm going to grab my Icicle embossing powder. Oh, and also make sure you check out the retirement sale too. Ooh, there's a lot of stamps on that retirement sale. All right, so we're going to go in, and you really can't use too much embossing powder because it's all going to go back into the container. So we'll tap, tap, tap. All right, put all of our Icicle back in. And Icicle, remember, is just a clear embossing powder. That's all it is. It's just called Icicle because icicles are clear. Clever, right? All right. So now, my embossing gun is unplugged. Lisa, I'll send you an email with the links after the live because I'll be here for a little bit because we got to get that release ready for tomorrow. So I'll be here for a little bit. I'll get it done for you. So I'm just going to heat this up. and it is clear, so it's not going to look like much, but it's going to give us a relief. And I'll show you what that means. And my embossing ink had a little bit of black in it from using it for so long and switching over the inks. So it's got a little bit of a gray hue to it, which I actually really like. So I'm gonna have to mark that one as my gray embossing ink pad. All right, so we're all embossed now. Yeah, it's probably sold out. Hello, Darren. So now you can see it is embossed, and as the light hits it, it kind of disappears. But now we're going to do a little blending. So first, let me pick out what papers I want to use. So I've really been into this paper here. So we're going to grab that one. Whoops. Got to be careful when I'm pulling it out. So we're going to grab that one. And then I think also I really, really like this one here. Oh, he's checking it out. Okay, perfect. It's probably because something's sold out. And so we're going to grab that one. So to pull the colors that I need here, I think we'll pull most of the colors from here. So I'm thinking we'll do, let's do some light blue. So we have like clear skies. I think we'll do, let's see. Let's do some pink. So I think for our pink, we will do rosy cheeks. I think that matches so far. And then I think we'll need a green. So what green shall I grab today? I think we'll use the fake plant. I think that'll give us a good blend, don't you? All right. So we'll start with our dark green, which is fake plant. And where did I don't know where my little blending tool went. There is sheen to the paper. Yes, it is. We call it, it's like an eggshell. So I'm going to go in and I'm just going to start blending. And can you see how our animals are starting to appear? Isn't that cool? So we're just going to start. And since I'm using the perfect blend paper, I will get a perfect blend on here. And you don't have to worry about blending out the edges because we are going to, we're going to die cut this. So you don't have to worry about blending out your edges. We just want to blend over top of the animals. And look how cool that is. That gives us a relief in the background. Okay. So yeah, here I'll show you. So it has like, we call it eggshell. It's not like shiny, but it has like an eggshell sheen to it, which I love. I love that. I mean, I know that a lot of our old school crafters out there really like the non-sheen, like that's made on a printing press. But for me, I like the sheen. All right. So now we're going to grab some clear skies, which is going to give us our blue. Whoopsies, throwing stuff all over the place. Yes, well that is, if you have not tried our perfect blend paper yet, now is the time. It is so smooth, and I know everyone's going to say, Christopher, you keep saying you're going to re-ink it, and I have not re-inked it yet, but I promise I will soon. There's just a lot going on. And so I'm just blending in now our beautiful clear skies. Whoopsie, whoopsie, whoopsie. I say whoopsie all the time. I say whoopsie at least 4 times a day. All right, so we're blending in our blue. And we're going to lose most of this blend, but that's okay because we just want it on the outside. All right, so our blue is now blended. Look at how beautiful that blend is. Whew, that's gorgeous. All right, so now we're going to grab rosy cheeks, and I feel bad because Heather set up my inks so nice. I mean, they're like perfectly set up, and I am throwing them all over the place right now. So sorry, Heather, when you come down to reorganize my inks, I apologize in advance. So now I'm grabbing rosy cheeks, and I'm just going to apply that, and we're going to get almost like a purplish blue color here in the center. And we just want to apply it so that we're going to be able to see it on the outside. So it's going to create almost like a gradient paper. I don't know how to explain it. You'll see. It's going to be like a gradient paper on the outside of our little animals here. So can you see how, look at how beautiful that's blending down. Thank you, Nancy. So we're just blending, blending, blending. And this is one of my favorite stamps from this release. I just love the animals walking around the circle. I just think that's so cool. All right. I know. They need re-inked really bad. And I say that every single time. I mean, literally every time I use them. Okay. So there we go. So now I can show you. It's just the blending is just so spectacular on it. All right, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Brutus Monroe. This is my little microfiber cloth. We have them, of course, they're orange. And I'm just going to go over top. So this is important. You're going to go over top of your embossing and look at how clear that is now. Isn't that just one of the coolest things you ever saw? Look at how beautiful that is now. I know, Penny. I just need to do it. I just need to just do it. All right. So now when you take your die set, so your die set's going to come like this. Let me get mine off of the adhesive back. And you don't want to pop this out because this is perfectly, so let me show you. Let me grab my little snips here as other things fly across the room. And I'm going to snip out the sentiment. And look how easy, because we have those super thin connectors on ours. So it makes it so easy to snip this. I mean, literally, it's not like you just need a little snip for it. And then I'm going to snip off these extra sentiments. So bink and bink. All right, so we're going to keep this as one piece. Do not snip this. Now you can, if you just want to have a circle and you do not want to cut out the center of this, then don't snip this, okay? I mean, or do snip this. But if you want to keep it all as one piece, you'll see here that it lines up perfectly. Do you see what I'm saying? So it lines up perfectly with that circle on the center. If you keep it unsnipped, all right? So you can either snip it and you will lose your circle in the center perfectly positioned, or you cannot snip it and it will keep everything perfectly aligned. So you might, my head might get in the way here. I apologize. I just have to make sure everything is lined up perfectly because we did all that blending. So we want to make sure all of our animals are lined up as perfectly as they possibly can be. And I'd say that's pretty good. It's about as good as it's going to get, I think. So let me put my tape down here. And this tape, there's a reason we don't carry this tape anymore. It does not stick to save your life. Hold on, let me see if where'd my pixie tape go? Here it is. Phew. Let me get rid of this. This tape is not great. Not great. Pixie tape. This is what you need, the pink tape. And very soon, the orange tape. All right, so let's, now that I did all that positioning for nothing, let's reposition. And when it's a circle, you can kind of zhuzh it a little bit. So much better. Oh, could you see it in the way? Oh, yep, you could. Thank goodness I washed my hair recently. All right, so we're going to run this through. And I'm going to show you what it looks like when it's cut out, which is super, super, super cool. Oh, got to turn on the machine first. So everybody's having a good day so far? So far, so good. I hope. Pull off the pixie tape and it peels off just beautifully. And then we will peel off this pixie tape. Again, peels off just beautifully. That ink wasn't dry yet, that's why that did that. So you just have to make sure your ink is dry. Okay, and then let's take a look. So keep that, because you're going to want to use that for something else, right? And then let's take a look at how everything turned out with that. I think we did it perfectly. Oh my goodness. Look at how cool that is. It is going to have all the colors of our paper in it. Isn't that awesome? I love that. I love it, I love it, I love it. Okay. Okay. I got a sticker too. All right. So let's see here. So now we're going to start thinking about our card composition, all right? So I really want to use some leaves as like our background. So I'm thinking, let me grab my card base here. Best thing ever invented are the pre-scored card bases. An omelet maker. Trying to think if I've seen an omelet maker recently. I don't know that I have in my travels. All right, so this is how it's going to show in the center of the card. So we have a choice to make here. I'm thinking that we do a really cool background of this paper, okay? So, because how will that look on there? I think that's going to look great, right? I think you'll still be able to see it. I think that it's going to still, you know, it's going to add some visual interest, but we're going to add, so you'll see how we're going to add even more visual interest. So let me cut this paper down. So we're going to cut this down to 4 by 5 1/4, which is just a hair smaller, well, 1/4 of an inch smaller. So 4 by 5 1/4, and we can apply that to the back. And then I'll show you how we're going to add that interest with the leaves. So let me grab my, do all of my adhesive runners out of adhesive? I think they are. Yep. All right, so we're going to Old Faithful. We're going to the Easy Tear tape, which is fine. We're going to grab our Brutus Monroe Easy Tear tape. This makes things very easy. He lost that skill. That's funny. That is funny. I like that. All right, so I think we'll put, let's do 4 pieces, I think should be good. Because this tape is very, very sticky. Very, very sticky. Has anyone had a chance to check out the retirement sale yet? I don't know. I think it's I think it's going out in an email. I know it went out as a text message earlier, but it should go out as an email soon. Okay. So there we go. And then you can see here that that is going to go in the background, but it looks kind of busy now. So we need something. Can't find the sale. Okay, hold on 1 second. I will post the link for you, because there's a lot of stuff on sale. I mean, a lot of stuff. It's all of our retiring stamps. So let me grab that for you real quick. Okay. On the 3rd of the month. Oh, well, Angela, do you like Wizard of Oz? Because when that launches, it'll be perfect timing. Because all the Wizard of Oz launches on June 1st. And of course, I'm having a hard time logging in now that I want to grab this information for you. Isn't that the way that it always works? Okay. Yes, I don't know. So let me see here if I can. Let me see if this is the right one. Oh, I found it. Okay. I didn't even have to log in. Here you go. Nope, they're a different link. There you go, everyone. That is the retirement sale link. There's also clearance too, yeah. All right. So, in order for us to create a little bit of visual interest in the background, we are going to cut our leaves out of our sequence sheets. So I'm going to grab my sequence sheets. What I do is, this is like a long bag because this is the only bag we could get for these. I just trim off the bottom, and then you have like a little envelope here for your sequence sheets. And they're called sequence sheets because that's literally what they are. When sequins are made, they start as a sheet. And this is how glitter is made too. It starts as one big sheet, and our manufacturer the one day sent us samples, different samples of the sheets for what we wanted to get made into sequins. And I said, can I buy just the sheets? Like, can I? They were like, well, we've never had anyone ask for that before, but sure. And I said, all right, I'll take them. And they were kind of laughing at me because they were like, this goofball wants just the sheets. And I use them for so many things. So it made sense to me. So I'm glad that they let me buy them. All right, so I'm just gonna place one big piece of tape on these 3 pixie tape. And then I'm gonna send this through my die cutting machine. Now, if you have a manual die cutting machine as opposed to an electric one, you may have to run this through twice because this is it's a little bit of a stubborn material. It's a little bit heavier duty than most materials. But what I do is I just send it through once and then I send it back through. I use the Big Shot switch, the Tim Holtz edition, and it generally cuts like a dream for me. All right. So let me get these out of here and show you what I mean. So here's what our leaves will look like. Isn't that cool? I think it's so cool. I love it. Now you may have to pull out some of your inner pieces because, you know, this is a heavier duty material. And sometimes it works out a little better if you only do one at a time, but that's completely up to you. But this is what our leaf looks like. So what I was thinking is I could put a couple of these leaves behind here so that we could see, and it's going to add a little bit of visual interest to it. What do you think? Do you think that'll work? I think that's exactly what we need. So I'm just going to pop the rest of these leaves out of here. Okay, here's our next leaf. And I tore that one a little bit, but that's okay. So, because it's just supposed to look like a leaf regardless. And then I'm going to run this bigger kind of feather looking leaf through one more time, because I really like this one. I mean, I like all of them, but this feather one I'm really into. And then we're also going to do some leaves and some of the regular paper. All right. All right. And there's our other leaf. Perfect. Now what you could also do is you could also cut this large piece out of the sequin sheet and kind of offset it a little bit if you would like. But it's completely up to you. I just think that these leaves are going to look really cool kind of in the background. Do you see what I'm saying? Because then it gives a little bit more oomph to this piece here. But then what I'm thinking is I can probably get a leaf or two out of our paper here that we blended on, because it doesn't have to be completely blended, because then that will add a little bit of white to it as well. So let's do that, and let's just play around with it, right? I mean, that's what we're here for. Kind of play around and see what works. What works and what doesn't work. But I think most of this is going to work out pretty well. All right, so now I'm going to grab my, let me get my adhesive off of here. Okay. And this one's just going to have like a touch of the green on it. But we can also add to it if we want to. I mean, there's no rules, right? I mean, do whatever you want when you're card making. Let's put this kind of up into this area here. And let's run this through. I'm so glad to hear everybody's having a pretty good day. I'm actually thinking we might add, I don't know though, maybe a little piece of vellum. I don't know. See, look at how cool this is. Look at these leaves. Isn't that just, I think that's so cool. Just the touch of color. Look at this one. Now this is a leaf. Whoops, I ripped it. I was a little too aggressive. But look at how cool that is. It's not a full leaf, but we're only missing a little part of the bottom. And then we can kind of create a background. Because we're going to pop up this piece. So we just want to add a little bit of oomph to the background. Uh-oh. Oh, they're still on my cutting plate. That's how good the dies are. I was like, where the heck did my pieces go? But look at how pretty. It's like it just gently I love these leaves, are great. All right, so we have some of our, I don't know, do I want to keep these as leaves or do I want to do circles? What do you all think? Because I could do, hold on, I'm just looking for my circle dies. could probably just do a circle. Do you think I should just do a circle of this or keep them as the leaves? I think I want to do a circle. We'll keep these. And I think we'll do just a little bit of a larger circle. So this is just a little bit bigger than the center there. What do you think? I kind of like that. Now that I'm playing around with it. Because that'll take away a little bit from the inside. Then we can just add these around the outside. Yeah, I like that idea. This would be really great for a shaker card too. All right. So you can see my little circle cut out. Oh, yeah. Yep, I made the executive decision. Yep. That's what we need. All right. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to place this in the center. I'm going to use some of the Bearly Art glue because oh, no. Well, yeah, I'll use this. You know, I have fallen in love with the glue. So Bearly Art is a good one. I mean, everybody talks about it. Everybody loves it. It's great. But when I'm doing larger things like this, have y'all had a chance to use the Aleene's Quick Grab glue? Now, any of you that have been with me for a while know that I don't like glue. I don't like it for 1 second. I barely use it. I'm not a fan of it. I don't like glue. I don't like, it gets all over everything. I don't like glue. But that Aleene's Quick Grab, it got me. Look at how cool that is. All right, okay, I digress. I love it. I really love it. Okay, so now to add a little visual interest, I'm going to take my Bearly Art, which I love the glue, but Bearly Art. I know it's a bear, but every time I say it, I'm like, it's Bearly Art. Like, is what I'm making Bearly Art? I think it's art. All right, so now I'm just going to add these on, and look, they're becoming the star of the show. So you know me, I like when there's too much, add 3 more shakes. So that's what I'm thinking of with this card. I really like the idea of adding a little bit of this white with this. So now we can just add, like, this one can go here. And the idea is we're just going to just barely be able to see it. So when we put this on top, oh my goodness, I love it. I love it. I found the one to tape Aleene show. Oh yeah, so Aleene, I loved her show. Loved her show. Not as much as I loved my Carol Duvall, but I did love her show. All right. So now we'll add this one on. Oh, yes. Look at how it's adding to it. But yeah, the Aleene's, we carry it now. And the thing is, I mean, when I fall in love with something, we order cases of it. So we have the Quick Grab glue now, and I'm in love with it. So either the Bearly Art or the Quick Grab glue. I mean, Brutus Monroe glue obviously is great, but it's not a quick grab. It's not going to grab things like super quick. And then let's do this one like this. Oh my goodness, I'm really loving it. I'm really loving it. All right, so there we go. So now we can see she was the queen of crafting. The sprinkles that are on sale are not edible. No, they are not. They are clay. They are clay. Unfortunately or fortunately, however you look at it. All right, so now I am going to grab some of the Brutus Monroe foam adhesive. This just came back in stock not that long ago. Comes in this giant roll like this, but what I do is I snip it, and then I'll just use however many pieces that I need to get this popped up. Yes, so I also made sure that we ordered them. We have them in the always ready to go containers. So they're like, I don't know how to explain them, but they're like upside down bottles. Does that make sense? And since they're upside down, they're always ready to go. Going to place a little on our monkey friend there. And I'm sending this card. So our zoo, the Pittsburgh Zoo and Aquarium, it has a birthday coming up. So I'm sending this card to the zoo. I thought this would be a really fun little happy birthday to send to the zoo. And we appreciate them because we have a phenomenal zoo here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. So I said, how can I wish our zoo that we love so much a happy birthday? So how about a card that has giraffes and monkeys and birds and all the fun things that we love for the zoo? And I'm going to hopefully take my niece and nephew, and we're going to give this card to the head zookeeper. I'll be in Pittsburgh next week for work. Is your store in Pittsburgh? Yes. We are located at 1000 Green Tree Road. Where are you staying in Pittsburgh, Sarah? Because we are about 15 minutes from the airport. But if you're staying in downtown or you'll be downtown, we are less than 10 minutes from downtown. All right, so I'm just going to place this right over top of that circle. Oh my goodness, it's perfect. Look at how cool this is. Oh, wow, I love it so much. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but toot toot. This card is really turning out. Hilton Garden Inn. Okay, so you aren't going to be far from us at all. Yes, 1000 Green Tree Road is our address. All right, so let me grab my... Oh, and you know what I think I should do? Hold on. You know what I should do? Yep, I got it. I'm going to stamp on here. Yes. Oh, that's going to be perfect. All right, hold on, everybody. Let me get my stamp out. This will be perfect. Oh, yes, we are not far at all. I mean, we're very close. Very, very close. All right, let me pull this stamp off. And figure out how this goes back on. Well, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to grab our I Hope Your Birthday is Wild. And the great thing about the stick and stamp mat, let me move my card out of the way, is since it's a stick and stamp mat, I can just stick this wherever I want. And I can reuse this piece. If I didn't have a stick and stamp mat, I would have a heck of a time doing this. A real heck of a time doing this. Because can you imagine trying to put a magnet on there? Whew. I wouldn't want to do it. So I don't think you're going to want to do it. All right, so we're going to stamp that. We're going to stamp this a couple of times because we want it to be very dark. And as you know, and I've taught this before, but when you are stamping over top of ink that's already stamped, especially a dye-based ink, you're going to have to stamp it a couple of times because you really want it to have the full coverage. There we go. That's pretty full coverage. And then when you take it off, you just peel this right off. Oh no, Lisa, what's wrong? She said, dang. Dang. What's up? All right. So now we can place our I hope your birthday is wild. And I love that a lot of our stamps, if not all of our stamps now, the sentiments are coming with the dies. I love that. Especially these stamps that have the kind of different shapes to the them. All right. Look how perfect that is. And we're going to pop up our sentiment as well. Oh my goodness, do I love this. Oh my goodness, do I love it. All right. So let me grab myself some adhesive. Well, this is the foam adhesive. Oh, I just stuck it to itself. What a goofball. All right, hold on. There we go. 2 little pieces should be good. Because we're going to hand deliver this. We're not going to... This is not something that we will be sending through the mail. So I don't need to... Like, if I'm sending something through the mail... I'll tell you, I put about 33 times too much foam adhesive on it, but that's just because it's going through the mail. All right, so now here we are. Place this right in the center. I hope your birthday is wild. It's a little crooked. There we go. And here we go. So just like that, it's still crooked. Hold on. You have to excuse me, everybody. This is my first card. This is the first card I've ever made, so give me a little bit of grace. So here we are. So I love the really, really funky look of, so essentially these pieces on the outside were, you know, are to add to the background, but we wanted to have a little visual interest on the inside too. And then that sparkle in the center really and truly has become the star of the show. So we needed something in the center to really give us a little oomph, so to speak. So we needed a little something in the center. And I wish that you could see this in real life. If you ever have the opportunity to come to Brutus Monroe, or I should say if we ever have the opportunity to host you at Brutus Monroe, you will see these sequin sheets. They just cannot be beat. They're so cool. So interesting. All right, everyone. Well, that is everything that I have for you all today. Does anybody have any questions about this release or about any of the products that I used today? I just love this. I think it turned out so cool. I really love that. All right. Well, I'm not seeing any questions, so that must mean that we covered everything on this card. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Remember to take a look at the, CYOE. There's only 6 spots left in person. That's it. 6 spots. Hello, Kate. Thanks. I'm remaking one of your cards tomorrow, Kate. I know you're shocked. I know you're shocked, but I'm remaking a card of yours tomorrow after we debut the fairy release. So, yeah, 7th through the 9th. It would be great if you can come in person. When I tell you the amount of stuff that you are getting, so the box alone, I guess that's a great segue. Thank you, Penny. The box alone for Create Your Own Ending is worth over $600. So just what you're receiving in product is worth over $600. Plus you're getting the make and takes. Plus you're getting the make and takes. Plus you're getting all the classes. Plus you're getting all the other goodies. But when I tell you, this Create Your Own Ending event is the biggest event we have ever done, and it's just incredible. It's a much smaller group this year. It's not a gajillion people, so you'll be able to ask tons of questions. We only have 24 spots for our in-person. That's it. We only have 24, and if they don't sell out in person, then we'll just have more room for everybody, which is fine. The products, it doesn't matter if the event doesn't sell out, the products are still going to be exactly the same and still just as fabulous. So I'm really, really, really excited about that. So thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. Remember to check out that retirement sale. You're going to get an email here shortly if you're on our email list telling you everything about it. It went out as the text message first, and I know the text messages can be kind of confusing, but there's a couple of different ways that we get information to you. Definitely make sure that you download the app, because having the app, this is our little app right here. Having the app will allow you to get all of your notifications. Oh, looks like something's left in my cart. Oh, and it's sold out. Great. So this app will give you all of the information that you could ever need for all of the products at Brutus Monroe, all of the new products, all of the things that are coming out, and also allows you to really see everything. It makes it so simple. So make sure that you download the app. It is free, but you will get first dibs on the sprinkles being editable. That's fun. That's funny. Oh, let me write down right now. Lisa, for me too. I'm gonna email you. I wrote you down, so I take this with me so I don't forget. Because on the way to my office, I'll probably see 10 people, and I have to keep this with me, so I make sure that I email you. So thank you all so very much for hanging out with me today. Thank you for being a part of my life. I appreciate you all so very much. Remember to create something every single day, whether that is something with a jungle theme or your own ending. I appreciate you all and love you dearly, and I can't wait to see you all tomorrow.